X gon' give it to you. Wait for you to get it on your own. X gon' deliver to you. Knock, knock, open up the door, it's real. With the non-stop pop out and stainless steel. Go hard getting busy with it. But I got such a good heart that I make the mother wonder if you did.
Fucking wheelies are fun, dude. It's all fun until two things. Either looping, you get hurt, or the cops are called. Dude, one fucking day hanging out with fucking Kyle in a wheelie session, my fucking wheelies have gotten so much fucking better. I guess that's what it's all about, man. It's about learning from watching other people and learning and shit. Let's do the motor vlog now. So, my first audio motor vlog, and let's do why I went with a KTM. Well, I chose a Supermoto, though it's not in that configuration yet. Well, they're fun as shit. Look at that. That's tons of fun. So anyway, why did I choose a KTM? Well, I had a lot of bikes, and I like to have fun on bikes. And for me, having fun wasn't always going fast. I just didn't really see value in going fast anymore. I've had 600s and stuff like that, and everyone thinks that, you know, if you want to have fun on a bike, you know, you gotta get a 600, you gotta get a liter bike, and that's not really true. Look at us, we got these 450s, KTMs, 6 speeds, mine's an 04, Kyle's an 05, and yeah, look, dude, tons of fun on these fucking things. You know, granted, these things aren't gonna handle like a fucking 600, but you know, it's a totally different type of bike. Wow, dude, he's fucking doing it. But it's a totally different type of bike. Alright, let's get into specifics here. Alright, so this is a 04 KTM 450 EXC. It's carbureted. I don't think KTM's went to fuel injected until like maybe like 2011 or like 2013, something like that. So, what are you getting? Alright, so this bike has about like 40 or like 45 horsepower or something like that. Don't quote me on it, but it's around there, alright? Your next ones in the competition are, you know, the DRZ, which hasn't changed since 1999, mind you. That's a carbureted 400, alright? Not even a 450, 5-speed transmission. So, when you're comparing apples to apples, you know, the KTM, it's a bit more, it's quite a bit more. I think, you know, going back in 04, you know, comparing the 04 KTM to an 04 Suzuki, you know, the KTM's like 11 grand. So anyway, comparing apples to apples, 04, this one's like 11 grand, so let's say 12 out the door, alright? The Suzuki's like 8, and then what do you have to do to, well, that all DRZ owners more or less own? Well, you got to upgrade the carburetor. That has a 37 millimeter carburetor. This has a 39 millimeter flat slide. So you're going to be buying that same exact carburetor for your DRZ, which this already comes with. 2, you know, upgrade the pipe. You know, that's a given. So with both those sets, you know, it's like $2,000 right there. All right. So 8 grand, probably like 9 grand out the door or something, plus 2 grand. But now you're up to 11. Now you're basically up to one of these bikes. Now, granted, this comes with knobby tires, so yeah, you're gonna have to spend a little bit of money on getting a Warp 9 set up, like Kyle does up there. But I mean, what are you getting at the end? Well, you're getting an extra gear, all right, and you're coming stock, not to like, you know, buy into the whole Ready to Racing, but you don't have to really upgrade anything else other than that. You don't have to upgrade the exhaust. The exhaust is fine. You don't have to upgrade any of the brakes because you got Brembos, and the carburetor is, you know, you don't have to upgrade that. That's exactly what you want. Oh, and mind you, this KTM here, this has heated grips. But if you're looking into getting into motorcycle or something, like, you know, this is what you have to look into. You got to say, like, you're gonna need time on bikes. That's the big thing, you know. You don't need a 600 off the start. You don't need a liter bike. I actually never even owned a liter bike. Just never found a reason to. But I found that, you know, going fast after you're 18, 19 years old and you're still a kid, you know, you want to go fast, and that's cool. But there's more to riding a motorcycle than just going fast in a straight line. Anyone can do that. That's not hard. It doesn't take any skill. All you gotta do is just pull back on the throttle. going fast in the curves and the twisties, yeah, that takes some more skill, and you're going to develop more skill always as a motorcycle rider, because there's always something new to learn. You know, learn from everyone else, learn from others. Guys like Jake the Garden Snake, Supermoto, those guys know a shit ton about motorcycles in general, but they also know a lot about these bikes too. Wow, look at that. Don't really see a lot of fucking people in 600s doing that. I'm sure you do, but they're a hell of a lot more fun on a dirt bike. The insurance is cheaper too on these things. I think I pay full coverage. I pay like $80 a year. That's 12 months. So you're probably gonna be paying that a month on a sport bike, especially if you're a younger rider. But so anyway, yeah, let's go like power, since we're talking about this whole like 600 liter bike kick thing. You don't really need a lot of power to have fun. I mean, I don't know about other riders, but I know I ride bikes to have fun. And this has like 40 horsepower, weighs like 2.25, I think. And I have a lot of fun on this fucking bike. I have a lot more fun on this bike than I ever did on my sport bikes, I'll tell you that much. The only downfall I would say about these bikes is the seat. You know, the seat sucks. I mean, I'm 25. Kyle, I think he's 26. You know, after about 100 miles, yeah, your ass starts to hurt because you're sitting on a piece of 2x4. Because you don't really, most people don't ride their bikes more than 100 miles. And shit, if you ride your bike for more than 100 miles a day, you're probably gonna be stopping and taking a break anyway. So fuck it. Let's just talk, I guess, about like the people you meet with these bikes. Like I met Kyle, I had a Grom, and he chased me down, and it's like, I think he had like a ZX6R or whatever, and he chased me down. He's like, yeah, I got a Grom, you know, I'm getting the Grom squad hooked up, like we should go ride around Groms, do cool Grom shit. And I was like, alright. But before I hit him up, I actually sold my Grom and I bought this. And then he hit me up on YouTube, and I've been riding with him ever since. Interesting, and I hope a lot of people don't get mad, is the people you meet on these bikes, a lot of times, are, I don't want to say more real motorcycle riders, just maybe like a better educated motorcycle rider. With these bikes, in the United States at least, you either have two options here. You either buy a DRZ Supermoto that's already, you know, street legal and everything, or you buy one of these bikes, KTM, a Husqvarna, Husenberg, they're all the fucking same. And you do a little bit of work, and you make them fucking street legal. Well, in the process of making it street legal, you start to learn a lot about your bike, motorcycles in general, and then you start talking to other people, and then you start learning from their experiences. So then you start, everyone as a community starts to learn more. But this fallacy of these Harley riders who consistently say, you don't ride a bike, that ain't a real bike. Harley Davidson's a real bike. If you don't say HD on the side, it ain't a real bike. And that's not true. And especially nowadays, what I see a lot of is just a bunch of fanboys riding Harleys. You know, they bought their bike from the dealer, take it back to the dealer for work, and they don't know shit dick about motorcycles. You know, all they know how to do is, you know, hit the fucking start button. You know, well, that's what makes a real motorcycle, then that's sad. Because, like I say, there's so many different options of which motorcycle is right for you that you kind of really sound like an asshole when you say, if it's not a Harley, you can't be cruising down the fucking highway in a lazy boy, then it ain't a real bike. Well, you know, there's more to motorcycling than that, alright? There is. So that's, I hope I didn't, you know, people aren't going to get butt hurt. Then again, who am I? I'm just another guy with a fucking motorcycle, a GoPro, and a microphone. So, take it for what it is. So, yeah, I mean, I bought this bike, never looked back since. I don't think I'd ever own another street bike. I want to rule out owning like a cruiser maybe at some point in my life. Yeah, I mean, it's really up to you, man. I mean, if you have the money, you got the time, and you know something about motorcycles, just cruise Craigslist. And don't be spending your money like a fool. I mean, unless you make a lot of it, I don't. But Kyle there, he got that bike. I think he paid like $35 for it or something. You know, I paid $25 for mine, but mine needed like $1,500 worth of work and time that I put into it. But cruise Craigslist, man. Like, deals are out there. We don't buy someone else's fucking like hack job, junk, garbage project, you know, for $1,000. Then have to put $5,000 worth of money, time and parts into it. And if you can't work on your bike, well, then you're gonna be paying a shit ton in labor for the motorcycle mechanic. But yeah, that's kind of like what I do. I'm a mechanic. Didn't go to school for it, just kind of fell into it. I actually went to fucking Temple University and became a mechanic. I wish this, I mean, I'll tell you what, the first vlog I did, seems like I did a lot better. There's a lot more interesting shit I was talking about, but I don't remember that. You know, you're riding a motorcycle, you got, what are you going to pay attention to? Your life or YouTube and a fucking camera, you know? So I tried. The beautiful scenery of southeastern Pennsylvania. By the way, if you got Groms or Supermotos or shit like that, hit us up. Oh man, what did Hillary say? Yeah, we're just a bunch of white, undereducated, deplorable Americans, just like the rest of us. But yeah, if you got Groms or Supermotos, dual sports, fuck it, dude, hit us up. We ride basically like year round. Definitely ride every Sunday. It's just me and Kyle today. Everyone else bailed out because it's a little cold out, but whatever.